Excuse me, Molly, would you mind terribly explaining to me what this is I just found in the fridge? This fancy-looking pack of steaks I see right here in the middle of the top shelf? This is premium-grade beef, Molly. I can tell by the wrapper. It must have cost a small fortune. Gloria? I'm going to go ahead and ignore that question because I have a much better one. Why are you going through our fridge? What, did you think I was going to let you get away with this sort of thing? I stopped by to check in and decided to take a little look around. And how did you get inside? How do you think I used the spare key I held on to? What? But I could have sworn I took your spare key back weeks ago. It's my job as your mother-in-law to stop by and make sure you're properly taking care of the house. Honestly, if I didn't, who knows what kind of filth you'd be living in. You have a habit of slacking off, Molly, and I have to straighten out that nasty nature of yours. Don't ignore me, Gloria. I explicitly told you when I took your key away that I wanted you to stop doing exactly what you're doing now. You can't just let yourself into our house uninvited. Now, you owe me another explanation. Why do you still even have the key? Because Sawyer, my loving son, gave it back to me. He understands that a mother's presence in a home is important, especially when her daughter-in-law can't even be trusted to handle basic homemaking. He is a thoughtful boy, so different from certain other people I could name. Right, Sawyer. I should have known that he would have given it back to you when I wasn't looking. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have this conversation again. Gloria, I get it. I really do. Having a spare key for emergencies is convenient. However, I have made my feelings on this subject crystal clear. You can't just drop by whenever you feel like it. Going through our refrigerator, touching our laundry, rearranging our shelves, that sort of stuff is not helpful. It's invasive. We have our own way of doing things, our own lifestyle, our own home. I can't have you constantly coming into my house when we're not around. You need to ask. This is a simple issue of boundaries, and I am definitely not being unreasonable here. Boundaries? Oh, don't make me laugh. This is my son's house. Why on earth should I need permission to walk into a home I helped him build? I can't imagine why you wouldn't want your own mother-in-law coming around your house when you aren't home. Unless, of course, you're hiding something from my son. Is that what this is? Are you afraid I'll discover your dirty, salacious little secrets? No, of course not. That's not at all what I'm talking about. Then if you have nothing to hide, quit acting like you do. Simple as that. I'm just doing my duty as a concerned mother and grandmother. My poor Sawyer is stuck with a woman who can't even keep a house properly. So yes, I check, I inspect, I guide. And I am kind enough to point out your many shortcomings so you can improve yourself. There's no other way that you'll ever become a decent wife to my son or a decent mother to my grandchild. The least you could do is thank me. Yeah, thanks a lot, Gloria. Not a single shred of sincerity, just like always. Thank yous and sorries mean nothing if you keep messing every last thing up. Now back to the matter at hand. Tell me about this pack of steaks I found in the fridge. Where did it come from? My cousin sent it to me. She ordered half a cow and said the steaks were absolutely fantastic, so she gave me a couple. But that's not what I'm asking about. Why are there 3 of them, Do you have an explanation for that little detail? Why do you think? It's because there are 3 people in our family. Me, Sawyer, and Jordan. Oh, I see. So you were planning to eat the same quality of food as your husband and son? Let me remind you of something I've told you again and again. A good wife always serves the finest portions to her husband and children. Then she can make do with whatever's left over when they're finished. Scraps, bones, whatever's cold and uneaten. And not only that, she should do it with a smile. That's how a real wife behaves. You should be grateful to even cook such food, let alone dream of eating it. Honestly, your entitlement is nauseating. As a punishment, I'll be taking one of these home with me. Consider it a penalty. Wait, what? Why? That doesn't make any sense. So just because I'm a wife and a mother, I don't deserve to eat something nice every now and then? You were a wife too, weren't you? Oh, don't you dare start with me. Yes, I was a wife, a real one, unlike you. My husband has passed, and my son is a grown man now, so my circumstances are different. Back in my day, my mother-in-law wouldn't even let me look at anything but bologna sandwiches. It was hard for me to watch my husband and son eating all the wonderful things she would cook for them, but I endured it because that's what a proper wife does. Are you getting me, Molly? A woman of virtue suffers with dignity. Except that's not what happened. When you were pregnant with Sawyer, you ignored your doctor's advice and ate whatever you wanted. You gained a dangerous amount of weight, but every time your doctor told you to cut back on your meals, you called them a quack and went to a new doctor. That's why your mother-in-law put you on a restricted diet. And after giving birth, your husband told me you made a hobby of ordering fancy foods for yourself in secret and never shared with either of them. He even said you once had a monthly subscription to mail-order desserts. That's irrelevant. We're not talking about me. The point is that a woman like you doesn't deserve to be sitting around eating gourmet meals. Just the thought of it is absurd. Go eat some day-old white bread and be thankful for it. Tell you what, how about I just restrict my diet to the grass clippings from mowing the yard? Would that make you happy? Well, that's a good start. Now, because I'm in a generous mood, I'll let it go this once. But only this once. From now on, just answer the question. What happened here? Oh, for heaven's sake, Molly, must you always start with the accusations? You're like a broken record. Seems like inventing conspiracy theories against me is a hobby for you. I told you, no games. Sawyer was at work today and Jordan and I were out of the house. I know that you came by the house today. You know what that means, right? It means there's only one person in the world who could be responsible for this mess, and that's you. So start talking. Heavens to Betsy, you're acting awfully self-righteous for the woman who's actually at fault here. Uh-huh. Okay, well, I can take that as a full-throated confession then. Excuse me, but this is an opportunity for you to do some introspection for once. You should be thinking about what you did wrong to make me want to do what I did. I walked in and saw a whole spread laid out like some holiday banquet. Pizza, salads, pastries, wine glasses, and an entire cake decorated like it was ready for a wedding. And all of it set up without so much as a word to me. No message, no invitation. It's completely obvious what was going on here. You were really planning to sit here and gorge yourself on expensive food while my son was working himself to the bone. Shame on you, Molly. Absolutely shameless. You threw everything out? I most certainly did. That's the only appropriate course of action to deal with such a disgusting display of selfishness. I tossed every last dish in the trash. And the cake, well, I wasn't about to let it go entirely to waste. I had a slice or two. It was decent, not fantastic at any rate, but you deserved none of it. Let this be a wake-up call. Don't think you can sneak around and treat yourself behind my son's back again. Gloria, let me ask you something else. Do you even know what today is? Watch your tone, young lady. I will not be spoken to like a misbehaving child. Show some basic respect, will you? Just answer the question. Do you even know what day it is today? Why should I? It's Sunday and the day I finally had time to stop by and do a proper inspection. That's all that matters. It's Jordan's birthday today. What? Well, Jordan's actual birthday is in 3 days, but it falls on a weekday. So today was the only day we could gather his friends and host a party. It was going to be his first birthday party with friends. He helped me decorate everything. He picked out the cake. He even wrote Happy Birthday Jordan on it in icing. Are you telling me you didn't catch that while you were gorging on it by yourself? No. His birthday wasn't today, was it? I thought it was next weekend, no one told me there was going to be a party today. Yeah, and do you want to take a wild guess at what that is? It's because we didn't want you here. We were afraid you'd do exactly this. And while I was out with Jordan picking up his friends, you trashed all the food and ate the birthday cake. You even took back the key I confiscated from you last week when I told you, again, that you were never to do this again. Jordan's sitting in his room crying his eyes out, Gloria. What the hell were you thinking, you senile old bat? How was I supposed to know? You didn't tell me about any of this. And that cake didn't even look like a birthday cake. It could have been for anything. I will not sit here and allow you to blame me for your lack of communication. Don't you dare spin this on me, you devious, dementia-addled dunce. We didn't communicate this to you because every time you get involved, you bulldoze everything in your path. You have ruined anniversaries, dinners, weekends, and now you've ruined possibly the worst thing of all, your own grandson's birthday party. Oh, come on, stop acting like some helpless victim. You're always making one excuse after another. Maybe if you actually behaved like a proper wife, clean, respectful, and grateful, then I wouldn't have to constantly monitor you like this. You brought this all on yourself. That's it. That does it. I can't take this anymore. You didn't just ruin your grandson's birthday. You're blaming me for it? I am done with you, Gloria. You can go straight to hell with all your sanctimonious, patronizing lectures. I am not going to sit here and pretend this is normal. Nothing about this is okay. And it's so not okay that I have to do something shocking enough to finally slap some sense into you. So guess what, Gloria? I am leaving. I am taking my son and walking out of this house. What the hell are you talking about? You can't just abandon your marriage. You're my daughter-in-law. You married into this family. You belong to us now. Think I'm bluffing? Watch me. You think you can keep barging in, wrecking our home, and stealing our food, crossing boundaries? And that Sawyer can just keep handing you our key like that's nothing? To hell with that. I have had enough. I am taking Jordan and going to stay at my parents' place. And as soon as I get settled in, I am filing for divorce. What? You can't divorce my son, and you can't go see your parents either. You were supposed to have cut ties with your side of the family when you married him. You are ours now. We made you one of us. You don't get to own people, Gloria. This isn't some medieval empire where the mother-in-law is queen. I don't have to do anything you say to me, you crotchety old geezer. How can you be speaking to your mother-in-law like this? Oh, you think this is bad? Imagine how bad all the things I want to say to you are. I have held back for years because of Sawyer, because of Jordan, because I didn't want to make a scene. But now, it's time to be honest. I have hated you since the very beginning. From the moment we met, you looked down on me, you sneered at me, you criticized everything from how I folded laundry to how I spoke. You have stolen food out of my fridge. You insulted me in my own home. You have humiliated me in front of my husband and son. Still, I kept trying. I bit my tongue, swallowed my pride, because I wanted Jordan to have a peaceful home. But this, ruining the most important day of his year, that is unforgivable. And the worst part, you didn't even feel bad about it. You thought it was funny. You actually believed you were teaching me a lesson. All right, calm down, will you? Maybe I overreacted, but divorce, isn't that a bit extreme? No, I definitely do not. Really? You're willing to ruin your family over a piece of cake? You think this is about cake? No, I get it now. I do. I'm sorry. You're sorry? You ruined the party that Jordan had been looking forward to for the last several months and constantly telling his friends about. And all you have to say for yourself is, I'm sorry? What are you, 5? Anyway, I am leaving today. Jordan and I are going back to my parents, like I said, and there is not a thing you can do to stop me. We'll stay there until the divorce is finalized. Wait, Molly, please, don't do this. I said I'm sorry. And I said that sorry isn't enough. This isn't something an apology can patch over. Oh, please, there must be something I can do to make you change your mind. It would take literally earth-shattering reforms in order to get me to change my mind. For starters, at the very least, if Sawyer doesn't personally go and rip the spare key to our house out of your old crusty, wrinkled hands, I am gone. Then let's say he does that, and we manage to reconcile our differences and avoid a divorce. If you so much as set one of your disgusting, crooked, gout-laden toes on our property, I am gone. Instantly. No discussion. I am out the door forever. Oh, and one other thing. This glorious little mess that you've made, you and Sawyer are going to clean it up. There are 2 hours left until the party starts. You two will have this place spotless and have all new party favors and food set out no later than an hour and a half from now. An hour and a half? But Molly, you're being unreasonable. We can't possibly clean all this up in that little time. Even if we did, there's no way we'd be able to do that and cook a new dinner for you. I'm sorry, did I ask for your opinion? If you want to give your opinions, go to the next city council meeting and complain about all the youngins skateboarding on the sidewalk. Well, what about Sawyer? Don't you care what he thinks? That pathetic weakling, he can't even protect his wife and son from his demon-spawned mother. His opinion doesn't matter either. The clock is ticking, Gloria. Unless you want your son drowning in alimony and child support payments as a single divorced 40-something, then call him now and tell him Obviously, they didn't meet the deadline. After everything, I did what I had to do. I calmed Jordan down, wiped his tears, and did my best to salvage the day. I apologized to the guests, to the other moms, and we quickly relocated the party to a nearby restaurant with private rooms. The staff was kind, the kids were forgiving, and little by little, Jordan began to smile again. Watching him laugh with his friends, even after everything, gave me the strength I needed. That evening, I packed our things and took Jordan to my parents' house. Sawyer messaged over and over, like, Mom didn't mean it. Let me buy a new cake. Can't you just be the adult and say sorry? Every word made me angrier. He still didn't understand. Not the key, not the invasion, not the betrayal. He thought this was just about a cake. But it wasn't. It was years of silence, of disrespect, of putting his mother above his own wife and child. So now I'm done. I've started the divorce process. It's overwhelming and exhausting, but I'm committed. I will build a peaceful, stable life, not just for me, for Jordan too, because he deserves better, and so do I.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.